The poetry of Marion Doerflinger reading, the Cortez Sessions, session number 1, November 2018. Beauty over bitterness. What good do you do with your anger over a loved one gone into the light? Go back. Find the faith you've forsaken. You'll find you need no one to fight. Beauty over bitterness, your gift to give. Choose beauty over bitterness, and the green world shall live. To die is as much a part of nature as a tree fallen in the wood. Make of that tree your altar. Let your holy tears bless the hard, hard wood. I'm a man who stood over his beautiful daughter, 7 months past the age of 31. She fell before gunfire. Her own hand held the gun. I could have cursed God and died and set the world on fire. But something inside of me said, holy, holy, holy. And since then, my soul is so greatly inspired. I do not come to you a preacher. No prophet of God am I. I'm only another loving father. And I watched my child die. Some who lose as I have lost scream ugly and sink into their own hells of private despair. But I saw the blood of a Savior. That was Calvary. I was there. My friend, are you afraid of what happens when people die? Do you believe in the angry God who is not touched when you cry? I do not believe in the Bible's heaven or hell. We will not be confined by fire or by gold. The entirety of the universe is ours to travel. All the stars are hers and mine, and if you want, yours to hold. Beauty over bitterness, your gift to give. Choose beauty over bitterness, and the green world shall live. Sweet angel asleep. My first poem written after Cherry died, 3 hours after. Sweet, sweet angel asleep. I won't wake you up. I'll just let you sleep. Hold in my heart all the promises that you keep. Sweet, sweet angel asleep. Years ago, he and I both loved the same lady, but he had known her longer and he said she was his. When I would not heed any of his other threats, he said he would kill me if I didn't back off. So I took a loaded pistol and I hunted him down. When I caught him off alone, I shoved the gun into his hands, and then I just stood there and stared at him. He blinked and handed me back the gun. I took it and walked away. Then I took the lady. Wondering blue eyes. Beloved, you are free. Daydream. Seek your vision, too. Who can say? Who has the right to say that your heart does or does not know what is true? Remember that time by the stream? You were going away and you told me so. Of course I wept. So what? Poets weep. I handed you that scrap of paper torn off a yellow legal pad. Poetry. Ragged, heartbroken, cry at your own risk. She's gonna go anyway. I love you. Poetry. Written only by me, only for you, to be read only one time. You read it, smiled. A tear traveled down your face from your blue eyes, your wondering blue eyes, as you must travel. You took my hand. The poetry fell upon the face of the moving water. Our love is in the ocean now. The dying poet in 3 parts. Part 1. I am the dying poet. I lay here on my back looking up at a loving circle of blue sky framed by the round opening at the top of my teepee. Long ago, the Lakota people took me in after I had grown heartsick of white cities, white poetry, white religion. My lust for freer poetry and a freer mind pulled me west, 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 past rivers, across mountains, crossing streams that were not quite ice to the Lakotas. I knew not the language, but I knew looking into the circle of jet black and honest eyes that this was where and who I wanted to be, had to be, that here at last was a poetry that I would write, if I ever learned the language. I asked not, for I knew not the words, but understanding me still, they took me in. I am one of the people. So young then, so old now, no regrets. Only a dying body and a love-filled circle of blue sky above me and one last poem, spoken not written, only for my people to hear, never to repeat. It is sacred to them. It is only for them. But I am only telling you a joke. 2 more breaths, or so it will seem. But no, I am not dying. I cannot die, for love can never die, only move on. The people shall not see me, but they will always see that circle of blue sky. Part 2. I'm the dying poet. So odd. So odd that I can be this happy walking this city street, crowded with affluence, hunger, insanity, crooked politics, deals, evangelism, and street drugs. And the magic never captured in words that is New York, and only New York, this New York, my New York. So odd knowing that I was the wilderness in my former life before this one, and that I have only been able to find myself here in this lifetime in New York. Once I was at home with the Lakota people, in their land before westward expansion by the white race stole it all from them, and now my home is here on these streets. Here I am loved, hated, accepted, rejected, as only New York can love, hate, accept, reject, and may I add, inspire. Today, again, I am the dying poet, and not dying. As always. Cancer this time. 7 times driven to remission. 8 times storming my defenses. 1 last walk in New York. Then surrender for now. But this is 9/11. The towers have just been hit. All around me are running people, some running away, some running inside the burning towers. Me, I cannot run in either direction. All I am able to do is stand here looking up at the smoke that billows upwards out of the guts of 2 living skyscrapers into world history. A poem. There must be another poem. I am inspired. But do I have time and paper? I cannot move until I write this poem. I reach into my pocket. My fingers feel the blade of folded blank paper. Folded blank paper. First love and still with me. Poetry leaps again as never before. So wonderful to know such inspiration at my age, at this desperate moment when the sane think of survival or heroism. I think only of poetry. How wonderful. Mere moments and the poem will be written. Then I too shall run. The buildings fall. I shall not die of cancer. Part 3. Ah, come, tender, kind child, hold my old hand. I am the dying poet. Like you, I too need to understand. I taught you to play pretend, to see beyond eyes and touch the beauty in your mind. Such sorrow, such sorrow. Tomorrow you will say, my papa left me behind. No, I say no. I will not die tonight. I will not give up this fight. I will not yield to the oncoming darkness and the heavenly light. No rest, no rest. I refuse the dark and the heavenly light. I fight my way back, bare feet crossing desert of shattered glass. I return to this world's light. This world's light is enough. See me rise, my child. You were only 6. See me rise. I swear by God and my boiling blood I will live. I will teach you to write a poem, a song, to find that one perfect word that Shakespeare, Lao Tzu, King David, Confucius, Jesus Christ All died before they could find that word. But you who call me Papa, shall find it. Or your children, or your children's children's children will find it. For I will teach you to look and listen for it. For I live 40 years more, I promise, for you, not the dying poet. Spiritwood. Keep silence in the forest until the wind moves whispering among the leaves in the trees. Moves on. Stillness again. Then ask the trees, will you share your secrets with me? You can find God in the forest. You can find yourself in the forest. What can the forest find in you? Lover's wound. Lover's wound leaves no blood, no broken bone, just a good man walking through the world alone. Kind man, gentle man, why has he no hand to hold? Where are you going, sir? Destination unknown. If she ever ask, has he stopped loving me? Answer, not so long as there is salt in the sea. And he adds, more salt every sunset with his tears. Rest assured, he loves you all his years. But two people loving one another is not the same as belonging together. I cannot be wounded that way again. You sleep at night in warm but lonely bed. I sleep under the stars, sometimes in the rain. Lover's kindness is joy beyond name. Lover's wound is equal and opposite, unnameable pain. Lover's wound leaves no blood, no broken bone, just a good man walking through the world alone. Kind man, gentle man, why has he no hand to hold? Where are you going, sir? Destination unknown. Poetry on a napkin. I hope I don't spill the coffee, flood this thin paper, kill this fragile poetry on a napkin. Of course, I always carry a notebook and interrupt every conversation to jot my rhymes and free verse faster than lightning when words come to me as if from the mind of God. But tonight, I was a poet with a night off. No distractions, a date with my lover, my lifetime lover, my forever. Until she cursed my soul, struck a blow, and disappeared into the night, car keys jangling, cell phone ringing, a call from her new lover, her new forever, leaving me nothing but poetry. Ah, what did I do, not do, say, not say, and who is this nameless, faceless man, striking from a distant peak like Nero's best sniper? I sigh, cry, and write. Shall I grieve? Find a fast lay, use a stranger's body like a drug that kills pain? Sorry, no to both. I've lost a mother, a father, a brother, my youngest child. What's to grieve in two middle-aged people choosing to stop living together? And what kind of animal uses another living soul like a drug? No to both, no grief, no new lover for the moment, just loneliness and poetry on a napkin. The best way to die. Empty pockets, full heart, a smile, and one scrap of poetry clutched in your hand.